welcome to this reading. We're going to be doing a reading for the general collective. We're going to see what's going on. How's everybody doing today? Gosh, this chair is so loud. Okay. 2 cards that jumped out. Okay, so we have the Emperor. Okay. We have 10 of Wands. Okay. So Wands is like creativity and inspiration. So like your hopes and wishes in your dreams. You do have the power, right? You have the power, you have the world in your hands, but for some reason you're just waiting on something to come through or follow through. But you just can't seem to get your hands or your head wrapped around the circumstance at hand as to why it's not going the way it's supposed to be going. Okay, so maybe this is that stimulus check that you guys are receiving in the mail or whatever it is. This can always be referring to the situations in our work area, our love life, our family life. So whatever it is. Oh my goodness, this chair is really, really loud. Oh, well. When you lean back on it, it doesn't really make that much noise. Okay, so now I think I just need to relax. That's what it's telling me to do. Okay. So, when you're sitting down and you're waiting, you're really not doing the situation. Well, you really are because, okay, look at this. If you just sit and relax and let the situation go as the situation wants to go, you're helping yourself out a little bit more. But when you're in your mind racing and you want things to go a certain way, and it's not going a certain way, you know, it tends to put a toll on the body. And so you have to realize that the circumstances that you're creating in your head, overthinking too much, is what's creating your external experiences as to why things are not moving as they're supposed to. What if everything is moving, but you're just wanting it to move a little faster than how it's moving? That can possibly be another one as well, because this one is waiting as well. Okay, I'm watering. I don't see that much growth. I'm still waiting. So this basically, you have a lot of things, but you're just focusing too much on what's not there. And it also looks like you have the world in your hands and still you just can't get your head wrapped around the fact that, you know, there's just things you can't change or do. You know what I mean? Moving on to the next one. Oh. Okay. We have the 7 of Swords. We had this the last time we did this reading, I believe. Okay, and you have Queen of Cups. So 7 of Swords is basically saying that whatever that you are wanting to take on, whether it's out of your will or against your will or in your will, is a little too much for what you're going through already. So adding more things to what's going on and adding more things to your plate is really, really, really... Because 7 of Swords is my card for too much on my plate. Okay? So, make sure that you're delegating and you're distributing the weight on both sides of every situation that you're going through, and make sure that you are very consistent at what it is that you are doing. Okay? The Queen of Cups, I want to say that make sure that the things that are going around your situations, the things that you see on a daily basis, the things that are not really in your circle or it doesn't fit your circle, quote unquote, okay? Make sure that they're not creating what you're not. So don't let your external circumstance create your inner circumstance. So don't allow what's happening to affect the way the way you are and how you're approaching it. Okay. Some things you guys have and some things you guys are going through right now is something that other people wish for. Okay. Okay. Don't allow that water to come into the boat to sink the boat and whatever is going on. Understand. Comprende. Okay. Let me see. Remember that you guys are walking in your own circumstances and you're creating it. So make sure that you are aware of what it is that's going on. Okay. We have 9 of Cups here. Okay. And we have Ace of Wands. Okay. Ace of Wands. We have the 9 of Cups. When I see a house in the background, there's basically fortune coming. So make sure that we're being grateful for what we're going through at the moment and don't ask for a little more than what you're going through. Make sure that you are focusing on you, okay? Not too much on what's going on. So like dance as if nobody's watching. That's the kind of mood that I want you guys to be in for this coming week or whenever you're watching this video. Keep that mood for the remainder of whatever's going on, or however long this is going to be going on for. You have Ace of Wands, so definitely you're in charge of your circumstances and the things that you bring out into light. This share just makes a lot of noise. Make sure that you are keeping track of your thoughts and keeping track of your words and your emotions, okay? Because those can always be manifesting as well. That's probably what's going on. The manifestation, like I said, things manifest regardless of the energy that it gives off. Because you are what you attract, and when you attract things, they manifest. It doesn't even depend what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay. You have 5 of Wands and you have 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is waiting and moping while everybody's doing their business. I feel like there's a lot of comparison here and a lot of judging others for what they already have. Okay. 7 of Pentacles gives away I feel like there's something has been taken away and now I'm just left with nothing. But you're always left with something even though you feel everything has been taken away. If you don't even need to believe it or you don't even need to know it, but that's how it is. When you lose something, you don't really lose what you lost. Rather than losing, you're gaining. But as humans and as people of this earth or whatever, You tend to feel like you have lost some things, but in reality, you don't really lose anything. You gain it all. It's all about perception. Okay. Five of Wands. Okay. Feeling very, very, very self-centered, very isolated, very reserved at the moment. Okay. Very reserved at the moment, not knowing basically who to open up to, how to open up. Wishing that there can be somebody there for you. Okay. Okay. So it's a little downtime for you guys. This is a little heal from that last read that we did. Which is expected. When you're expecting so much and you don't get it, you get disappointed. So now is the time to leave the expectations at the door before walking into anything and not expect anything. Okay. We're going to look at the overall energy to see what's going on. Okay. A little heavy on the heart lately. Uh-huh. Okay. We have the 10 of Cups. Okay. Ace of Swords. Page of Swords. One of the two. And 4 of Cups. When you have these three in a reading, it's nothing bad. Okay. You have 10 of Cups, but this 10 of Cups is very different from the traditional tarot card 10 of Cups, because normally there would be like a completion, there would be the ending of things, but we also have the 4 of Cups, which is looking at something greater and waiting for something greater. Water is emotion, so a lot of emotion on the things that you feel are your greatest potential. For some reason, there's just something distracting you from seeing that potential within yourself. Not sure if it's relationship caused, or if it's just getting over something, getting over somebody, not knowing how to really get over the person. Okay, sitting and moping is not really helping the situation. You're basically creating that for yourself. Okay. And this wand is the cutting off of certain things. So I want to say definitely this has to be tied into a relationship, whether it's romantic, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a family relationship, whether it's a work relationship, whatever relationship it is, it didn't really work out. Do I really see the thing? Do I really see everything coming back together full circle? It would have to depend on the queen. Okay, so if you were a queen in this relationship, whatever it is, and a queen is a person who takes authority and is praised. Okay, so if you're a person who was always getting the praise and always expecting the praise and everything like that, we're gonna have to see how that goes. Because normally this really means not karma, but like I'm done with you. As a sword cuts, it also, cuts ties and everything like that. I always tell my people that the things that you can create with, you can destroy too. So this can mean so many things. Okay, but when it's in this deck and in this read right here, it's basically whether it's under construction or whether it's like a work in progress. But I don't know, because there's potential here. There's a fortune. There's things that I know I can do, but for some reason I'm just really blocked at the moment. And it's really heavy on the breath, so not breathing correctly is the worst thing you can do. Make sure that you're keeping track of your breath. Okay, make sure you're inhaling and exhaling all of the bad and the good stuff. Make sure you're inhaling the good and exhaling the bad. Okay. Also, yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of emotion that was built up in this, and so now it all came out. And I guess however it came out is what caused the situation to be where it's at the moment. I wouldn't say go back and try to reconcile, but I would say just keep the distance for the moment and allow it to unfold itself, because for some reason it got folded. Okay, so that's the general reading. Okay, this is it's really not for the beginning of the week. It's not for the week. I'm gonna post this whenever I post this, or whenever I'm done editing and posting and everything like that. So this is not, there's no time of when this is gonna be posted. If it's posted, it'll be posted. So there's that. Okay. Also, if it resonates, that's good. That's fine. If it didn't, don't let it resonate, because sometimes the things that don't resonate at the moment have already happened, or is about to happen. So it's something to pay attention to. Like, use this as a guide to start catching yourself before you start to blow off, or when you start to feel like you're gonna get ticked off, or when you're about to when you're about to get triggered. And so use this as a guide to allow yourself to see how you're doing along this path, not until that happens, but until you see yourself progressing or improving, okay, in this situation. Okay, this can also be within yourself as well. It doesn't always have to be relationships with other people. It can always be the relationship with yourself. So make sure that you pay attention to your triggers and who triggers you and how you get triggered and what causes you to get triggered, because that's the most important thing. And I believe that concludes the reading. If you guys want a personal reading, feel free to go ahead and DM me, text me, message me, wherever this video is at, and we can go from there. Namaste, be blessed, and I will see you guys on the next video whenever I post another video.